This is Data Jockey, machine learning for Victorian racing. Today I am looking at Race 6, Sandown Hillside, Wednesday 22 July 2026. Straight into it. Quick summary first for Race 6 at Sandown Hillside, then I will dig into the why. Two selections today. Perfect 10 is the top pick, the model's place selection. Somewhere comes in as the second leg, the top 4 selection in the same race multi, not a place selection on its own. That is the short version. Perfect 10 for the place, the multi combining both if you want the longer odds option. Stick with me though, because there is a genuinely interesting read on this race underneath those two selections. Race 6, Sandown Hillside, 14 runners today, top 3 pay the place dividend. Worth noting straight away, the model's top selection this time is actually the market favorite. The data and the crowd are aligned here, which is its own kind of signal. Two selections on the board, a place pick, and a same race multi-combination. Remember, the model only shows up with genuine value, never a forced quota. Today it has found two worth covering. Before I get into the picks, a quick word on how this works, because it is genuinely different to anything else you will find in the tipping space. The selections come from a machine learning model that continuously learns from Victorian racing results. Every single race meeting, every result, every finishing position feeds back into it. This is not a set-and-forget system. It is live, it is learning, and it gets sharper with every race run in Victoria. Now here is the part that really sets it apart. Most tipsters, most models out there are chasing the winner. I made a completely different call. This model was built from the ground up to find place finishers, horses that hit the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different problem to finding the winner, and it demands a completely different approach. The model weighs up dozens of variables across the entire field at once. Things that interact with each other in ways that no human analyst could ever track manually. Pace, distance, field composition, historical patterns, how each horse matches up against these specific rivals on this specific day. All of it simultaneously. That is the power of building it this way. If you want to go deep on the methodology, how the model was actually built, what it looks at, how it was trained, the link is in the description below. Check it out when you get a chance. But for today, I have got race 6 to get through, and the model has some strong opinions. Let us get into the picks. Pick 1, the model's top selection for race 6. Perfect 10, the market favorite. Now this is interesting, and it does not happen every race. The model is agreeing with the market here. Perfect 10 fits the place finisher profile the model looks for, and it fits it strongly enough to be the top pick. Now that does not mean it is a certainty, nothing in racing ever is. But it does mean the model's analysis and the market are pointing in the same direction, which is a meaningful signal in itself. I cannot give you one clean reason why the model rates Perfect 10 so highly. That is genuinely not how it works. It is simultaneously processing dozens of variables across the entire field. Track conditions, distance, field composition, historical patterns across thousands of Victorian races. All of it at once. What I can tell you is that the model was built specifically to find place finishers, not winners. So when it lands on the favorite as the top pick, it is saying this horse fits the historical pattern of horses that hit the places in races like this one. That is a different question to whether it wins. And that distinction is the whole point of building it this way. Perfect 10 for the place. Top 3 finish in a 14-runner field. That is what the model is saying about race 6. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. Pick 2 somewhere, currently second in the market. Now this one is a different kind of selection to pick 1, and it is worth understanding the distinction clearly. The model sees somewhere finishing in the top 4, but not necessarily in top 3. That is a crucial difference. The data does not support a standalone place selection here. It does support the same race multi as the top 4 selection. Now that might sound like a technicality, but in a 14-runner field, it is meaningful. The top 3 pays a place dividend, 4th does not, so a place selection on somewhere on its own is not what the model is suggesting. The same race multi is where it fits. Think about what the model is actually saying about somewhere. It belongs in this race. It fits the profile of a horse that finishes in the top 4 in this field, but whether it gets into top 3, that is less certain. For the same race multi, top 4 is enough. Perfect 10, top 3, somewhere top 4. That is the combination the model is pointing to for race 6. The same race multi for race 6. Perfect 10 as a top 3 finisher, somewhere as a top 4 finisher. Check your wagering provider for availability on this market. Now, before you consider placing it, something worth being clear about, because it is easy to get this confused. These are two completely different bet types with completely different probability profiles. They are not interchangeable, and they are not equally likely to land. The place selection on Perfect 10 is the higher probability option. The model is more confident in that outcome. Lower return, yes, but a stronger chance of landing. That is where the model has the most confidence for race 6. The same race multi is the longer odds option. Both legs need to land Perfect 10 in top 3, somewhere in the top 4. Lower probability than the place alone, but the return if both land is meaningfully better. You do not have to consider both. The place selection on Perfect 10 is where the model has the strongest signal. The same race multi is there for those who want to explore the longer odds option. Whatever you decide, go in with a clear understanding of what each bet requires. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decision. Following along with the full card today, every race has its own video, all sitting in the playlist, uploaded before race 1 kicks off. Worth checking the other races to see which selections line up with your approach. Some punters like to combine several of the models' picks into a place multi. Your wagering provider will have the details on how that works. Always make your own informed call before placing anything. One more important point, check for scratchings before you bet on anything. They happen on race morning and can change a race completely. For race 6, the model's place selection is Perfect 10. The rest of the card is sitting in the playlist if you want to keep going. If you have not subscribed yet, this runs for every Victorian meeting, every race day, completely free. That wraps up race 6 at Sandown Hillside. To recap, the model's place selection is Perfect 10, and for those after the longer odds play, the same race multi-combination is Perfect 10 in top 3 with somewhere in the top 4. Every tip on this channel is tracked, and the results posted publicly every single week. The good runs and the bad ones, nothing left out. That transparency is the only real way to judge whether following this model is worth your time. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decisions and gamble responsibly. Catch you in the next one.